Hello and welcome back to 1,000 Weeks. Another week. It is currently Sunday, May 17th. So this week I have my notes again on my iPad. It was me kind of recuperating from last week. Last week I was in California. I did kind of the full Disney, Universal, Knott's Berry Farm thing. And now it's just me trying to be a responsible adult. it's good. Everything's great. Okay, so going over the list. Financially, I'm trying to live as frugally as possible. As I told you last week, spending a lot of money on food and just going and doing things all week definitely kind of took its toll on my bank. So yeah, this week, like I said, frugal as possible. Last week, I put a little note here. Was last week worth it? Yes. Was it painful afterwards? Also yes. And I don't want to make it sound like, I'm just spiraling. I'm not punishing myself for enjoying myself. It's just I know now that I can have fun, and now I just need to be more intentional with my money. So even though I say that, the one thing that I did this week was go to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. That's right where I'm located. So I know it sounds ridiculous after saying I'm trying to be frugal, but in my defense, I have a prestige pass. So technically it didn't cost me anything when I went in. With the prestige pass, if no one knows, you can use it at any park, any Six Flag park around the US, and then I think there's Canada and Mexico as well. So when you go, you can use your pass. You can get like good discounts when it comes to things like food and stuff, but the highlight for me was that you get fast lane passes. So I used my 4 to ride the rides and kind of experience the park. So it was a good time. Let me see, what else? Yeah, I fixed the whole financial problem. I don't think it here's my note. I do think it showed me that it was still kind of, or I'm still kind of in vacation mode. My brain is not fully accepted that I'm back in, my kind of normal life, and I'm ready to just keep having fun. So yeah, I had fun with a cap, if that makes sense. It felt good. I think after a big trip, sometimes I expect myself to immediately step back into like my discipline mode, my school mode, budget mode, work mode, all those things. But it's not always realistic. Sometimes there's a little landing period. This week left feeling like a landing period. Okay, so school-wise, I have my school schedule pulled up here as well. Last week I was frustrated because one of my instructors had not graded my assessment yet, and it was taking longer than expected. I was irritated because when you're trying to move quickly through the courses, like I said, my school is based on how fast you get done is how much your program costs. The grading delays can really mess up my pacing, but of course, as soon as I got off the camera last week, she graded it, so I closed out of that. I also was able to move forward into the next class, my doctoral executive leadership class, and then as of today, I officially closed out of my second class that I was taking, the person-centered care in doctoral practice, and started nursing technology and advanced healthcare information systems. So that's what my class is now. So even though last week I felt stuck, this week actually ended up being pretty good academic movement wise. I finished one thing, started another, and kept my DMP train moving. Okay, that was probably, I think, the bulk of this week. The little note I put here, sometimes I react to the delay before I know how the situation is actually going to go. That doesn't mean my frustration wasn't valid, but it does mean I have to remember that not every pause is a full stop. Sometimes it's just a delay, and then things move again. I say notes, but these were the notes that my therapist also helped me make. Okay, so emotionally, I feel okay. Not super high or low, just kind of in that weird post-trip mindset where I'm tired. I'm trying to get back into my norm. I'm thinking about money, and I'm also trying not to ruin the memory of a good trip. Physically, I am also still kind of recovering from California. Travel always throws me off a bit. Like anytime you fly and anyone flies, that's what kind of happens. Things like food, sleep, walking, routines, everything is thrown off. So I'm trying to get myself back to normal without turning it into like this dramatic thing. Work-wise, I'm also working or getting closer to my next work traveling list. That starts on the 25th. I'm actually flying out on that day. So this week feels like a little bridge between vacation and work mode. I'm home recuperating. I'm trying to save money, and I'm trying to stay on top of school. Yeah, that's really it. I'm mentally preparing to shift back into the next work schedule. So that's really about it. I thought it was best to have this conversation. I'm currently sitting outside of Walmart waiting for my order. I just have a couple like clothes. I got new socks and stuff, and then I'm doing laundry back at the RV park. So yeah, just waiting in between. All right, so my note, this like overall note, week 19 was not a huge flashy week. It's mostly just recovery. I was coming home. It was realizing I need to be more frugal. I was still sneaking in Six Flags because apparently my brain thought we were still on vacation. And it was also a reminder that things can move forward right after I feel stuck. So that was mainly it. My lesson for this week is that coming back to real life is still part of the trip. So that was the biggest thing. The vacation doesn't really end when you get off the plane or when you come home. It ends when you recalibrate, which is still something that at this point sitting here, I don't know, there's moments where I feel more tired than not. And I think that's, again, me just coming back into myself. And then not only that, when I'm here, back in Texas, this is also still, it's weird to say, like, I've been here living for like about 2-3 weeks. So that feels strange to be like, okay, I'm coming home to a new place. I left to go on vacation, and now with work starting again, I'm going to a new place. Even though one of these areas I've been to before, it's still not norm for me. So yeah, I think in my mind, overall, I'm very happy that I took this route, but still, even though it's been, September was when I started this, it's not even a full year, I'm still kind of getting my body prepared to just be fine with this. So, yeah, it's this week. It's not perfect, but it's honest, if that makes sense. That's this week.